All right, hey everyone, this is John. Just working on some projects here at home. I'll post about them. Right now, what I have going on is a pond edge excavation. So what we're doing, last year we had some Phragmites. When we bought the house probably about 3-4 years ago now, the pond had a bunch of Phragmites around it. You couldn't really enjoy the pond very much. Last year we went and I tried using trimmers and everything else to get everything cleaned up. However, it was never enough. So decided to go to chemical. We did some chemical last year. We knocked everything out pretty good. There's a few spots where it is. You'll find Phragmites kind of coming up here and there, but I'm not too much worried about that since we're combining the chemical and mechanical removal of it. You can see I already had started. This was pretty thick in here of all the rhizomes and root balls, as you can see right here. This is what I dug up yesterday. I don't know if you can see all these little fish in here, probably not. The other thing we've noticed too the last couple days when we started this, now our pond is turning a little bit green. I don't know if that's something I did or if that's from our pond dye that we put in there mixed with some algae, but it is turning green a little bit. Doesn't look bad, but it looks strange being green. Anyways, kind of building up the edges, reforming everything here. And I'll go ahead and I'll be posting my progress on this as much as possible. Last year we did redo this bridge that we have right here. Pretty big bridge. It is sitting on steel beams. We tore the decking off and fixed the decking. We're still not finished with it yet. We don't know what to do for railings. Any suggestions there would be appreciated. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're going to do a little entry arch right here. So I didn't trim up these poles yet. That's why it looks a little bit rough. We'll get the railing on here. Then we'll go ahead and get the arch up here when we decide on that. Now, of course, this is where I'm up to right now for the pond edge excavating project. We'll go ahead and go around everywhere. I'm not going to be able to get to the island. This is my excavator right here. We did have a little rain last night. This is just an old beat up excavator I bought. The door on it is or was pretty beat up when I bought it, so I decided not to mess with it and put it back on. I didn't think it was really worth my time, so now I just cover it with a tarp. And this is the inside. It does the job, does what I need it to. Pretty heavy duty. I do have a thumb for it. I don't put it on. I don't really need it. I got the quick attach on it, so you can take the bucket off, put other size buckets on it if you need to. I don't have any other buckets at the moment. I don't know if I need one. I may just end up selling this thing after this little project. We'll have to see what other projects I come up with for it. I did use it for this garden over here. We built this last year. We want to grow all our own food, or at least a lot of our own food, some veggies, some fruit. We got an orchard back here. We got peaches, pear, apple, plum, a few varieties. I don't know how many trees we have exactly for our orchard, but there's quite a few. We planted some, and there's probably about 8 or 9 of them still here, or here when we bought the place. This is our garden that we just did. Or at the end of last year, we put this garden up, built the fencing. I had to dig with the excavator because there's so many rocks and stones in this area. It's hard to dig with a shovel or anything else, so I had to dig way down. Did a big trench all the way around, dropped the 4x6s in and filled everything in, and then tied it all together. Doesn't look too bad. It's a little warped and beat up already, but we don't mind it as long as it keeps all the deer out. We probably have, I don't know how many deer that come through here, but daily we see at least probably 30, 40, if not more. Since it is the springtime, there are quite a few little babies around too. Lots of fawns in this area. I'll get some videos of that once we start seeing them come out. We saw a couple come out already, but it seems they're still hiding back in the brush right now. So until they get a little bigger, they'll come out then. We got everything in here. We got a lot of lilies. We got put all our lilies around the edge. My honey's big on lilies, so that's where we put these so they didn't get eaten by all the deer. Then we got spinach and cabbage and raspberries, blackberries, and cucumbers. What else we have in here? Tomatoes, peppers. We got quite a few things growing here. Of course, some marigolds to help fight off whatever. But that's pretty much complete. We're going to do some staining over here yet. We'll clean it up as the year goes on. We just wanted to get some stuff planted this year and get our own veggies made. So this is the back side of the pond right here. There's a creek that runs through, like from this way and then all the way through over there, so it kind of passes through. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to get this edge cleaned up quite a bit. You can see how thick it is. This is about how thick it was in that beginning area that I showed. It's just thick with all the root balls, and this is all the old Phragmites stuff. And then there was a lot of cattails in here too. The chemical pretty much took care of everything. There are still some here and there, but I didn't go crazy with the chemical. I just tried to get specific areas so it wouldn't blow all over the place. I'm going to dig it out around here, come out a little more over here, just widen this area up a little bit, make it a little deeper. This is relatively shallow, 3-4 feet in the center of this little lane right here. What the plan is to maybe come back here about 5-10 feet and get that all cleaned up. We're gonna make a nice edge trail over here and do a few more trails on through the woods. As you can see, we got plenty of woods here to do that with. So we'll take our old Kawasaki mule and come through here, and just take some short rides around. It's kind of nice to do at the end of the day. Come through the woods, clear your mind. After a nice long day work. So as you see, we got a lot to clean up in here. Lots of trees to chop down. We had a lot of ash back here, and where I'm at up in the UP of Michigan, we have a lot of that ash borer problem. So most of the ash trees are dead. We'll be clearing out a lot of those. We do use it for our fireplace in the winter time. Pretty good wood. Love the smell of it. It smells very good. So we'll be getting a lot of this stuff cleared out. Put a trail back through here. Very peaceful. So there's a lot of dead wood, dead trees back here. Just needs to be cleaned up. So the whole idea of this property, what the plan is with it, is make it seem like paradise back here when you come through. Help you disconnect from the daily grind or whatever you got going on that you kind of want to forget. You know, most of us work really hard in our daily lives and want to come home or go somewhere to hide away to kind of forget about it. And this is our area here to do that in. I prefer just coming to a home base and chilling out here versus going somewhere else and doing it. This is kind of the other side of our property here. So you can see that's one edge of the pond. There's a shop way up there. I did start the trails a little bit back here already. Got one running up this way. Got another one running back here. And I haven't spent too much time doing this. A lot of other things going on. We're remodeling the house, so we got that pretty much all set right now. Just looking to do some finish trim work in there and get that all cleaned up, and then we'll be finished with that area or with the house and really be able to concentrate out here. But since it's summertime, I like to be outside. Rather be outside than do anything else. What do we got back here? Oh, looks like a deer. I don't know if... there it goes. Stirred it up a little bit. Like I said, there's quite a bit of deer through here. At the back edge of our property back that way, we have a couple open farm fields. And you go by these farm fields, it's probably... you could count 100 deer easily at any time. There are so many back there. This is that other side. You can see there's a lot of Phragmites and cattails through this area. This is kind of what we were dealing with all through here. You barely could see the pond last year. I did go through, like I said, with the trimmers. Everything looked great. Knocking it down with the trimmers, but the only bad thing is you got a lot of Phragmites and cattails and other things that you might not want. There's a Phragmites that made it through the chemical last year. Another small clump there. And I did spray this area too right here, so I'm gonna open this side of the creek up just to have a little more water flow back there. Here's a little dam, so to speak. And we got lots of turtles, lots of wildlife around here. Ponds filled with fish. We got largemouth in here. We got bowfin, sunfish. I thought I saw a northern, but I'm not sure. I haven't fished any of this yet. I will get to that point once everything gets cleaned up and settled down here. I'll do some fishing videos and see what kind of fish we have in this pond. Whether we gotta stock more of one type or another. We also have crawdads. The frogs are crazy around here. Some of the frogs that you see are probably bigger than my hand. You hear the little squeaks. Those are the frogs jumping in the water. I don't know if we can pick that up or not. This is part of the reason why we're redoing the edge on this pond. There's a few areas that are kind of collapsing in. I'm going to get that cleaned up so it stops happening. A lot of soot that gets in the pond after that, and we just, of course, the clarity is not the best when that happens. Right now, after doing the first part of this area up here with the excavator, there's a lot of dirt that got washed back into the pond, so it is a bit mucky. It's not as clear as it was. You used to be able to see about 2-3 feet. Now maybe a foot. But as everything settles down, we should be able to see a little bit more. Now we do got some. This year's a little different than last year. We got a lot of filamentous algae growing, so might have to combat that a little bit. But we got an aerator. We got 2 spots for the aerator going. One on the other side of the bridge there, and then one right here. Our plan soon is to get a nice water fountain, pond fountain, put it in here. Probably put it in this area. Move this aerator back a little bit, maybe even on the back side over there to get some more of that water flowing around there. But we'll see what happens with that. Pond fountains are pretty expensive. If anyone's got any suggestions on which one to get, I think we have a power outlet right there. It is a 20 amp. I don't know how big of a pump we can put out here. I was thinking maybe 1/2 to 3/4 horsepower. I don't want to get it too big where it's overwhelming. I just wanted a good size out here, so it looks nice, sounds nice, and just increase the aesthetic appeal of the pond. Right now it looks pretty drabby, but working on it. I'll be updating on what goes on here and how we're fixing it. And if you guys have any suggestions on how to correct anything that I'm doing, or you see I'm doing something wrong, please let me know right away. I would not like to continue if I'm doing it wrong. There wasn't a lot of information on how to do this out there. A few videos out there that I seen, like Rock Hill, I saw him doing some excavating around his pond, but not really seeing too much on a good way to go about this. So I'm kind of diving in. Hopefully it goes well, but you know, you screw it up enough, you always can call somebody else in and fix it for you. That's always my mentality. All right, well, I'm gonna get to work, get on that excavator and start digging some more, and I'll be updating. Thanks for watching.